But they're basically once again painting this picture that anybody who challenged or wanted to get the owners to do a bit more was ungrateful. This video is being brought to you with thanks to Surfshark. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to browse websites in other countries and keep you safe and secure from hackers. Surfshark allows you to virtually travel the world with just the tap of a finger. As an example, we here in Ireland can What is Afflix? We here in Ireland can watch other countries' Netflix libraries, unlock UK services such as BBC iPlayer, and of course that all-important Spanish DAZN account for football. Surfshark keeps you safe and secure by covering up everything that you do online. When your device connects to the internet, all this information is, in a way, blurred out. This is particularly effective when you're out and about on public Wi-Fi, maybe you're in college or at a cafe. It keeps your information safe and secure from hackers. With a Surfshark, just ask Surfshark, just here, have a Surfshark. Johnny? Mildred, Surfsharks? Surfshark allow you to use unlimited devices on just one subscription, meaning if you so wish, you can grant access to your friends and family. On top of that, Surfshark offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, they refund you. It is that simple. Simply scan the QR code on your screen right now, or use the link in the description, putting in the code Anfield Agenda at checkout. Loads to get through. Let's start off with the here we goes. Let's start off with the good news. And you know what? I've often called out Fabrizio on certain things over the years, certain things I've disagreed, or certain things I think he's coming late on. But he has been on the money and he has been leading the way in the Alexis Mac Allister information. So we have got the here we go. And Alexis Mac Allister really wanted to sign for Liverpool because he trusts the long-term project. That's one of the first posts that is up on the Anfield Agenda Twitter account, which has hit 50k thanks to your amazing support. Alexis Mac Allister is also among the top 10 players in the Premier League for through balls, possession won in the middle third, and possession won in the final third. That's for midfielders. Manchester United also looked at trying to sign Alexis Mac Allister, but the player really wanted Liverpool. That's according to Paul Joyce. And the good news just keeps on coming because, and as I've said, Fabrizio has been leading the way on the price, particularly around Alexis Mac Allister. And this made me smile when Connor sent it to me. And it's on the Anfield Agenda Twitter account if you want to have a look at it. The fee for Alexis Mac Allister is lower than the reported 45 or 50 million pound. So it's lower than that. I'm excited. I'm happy. And look, I know I said yesterday it was a bit of a moan about the owners, and that still stands, and I don't change my opinion on that. But if we can get him in for less than 45 million pound, that's a long way from the 70 we started off this window thinking about, right? So, yeah, I wouldn't say no, and I'm not going to say no, and I don't have to say no. Instead, we'll go with it. Here we go. And he's given us the here we go, so we can use it, you know what I mean? He's given us the here we go. In fact, you know, to read out his post entirely, he said, Alexis Mac Allister to Liverpool, here we go. Full agreement completed on the contract. Understand it'll be valid until June 2028. 5-year deal. Liverpool will pay the buyout clause in the next days. Well less than the reported £60 million fee. Medical tests in the next 24 to 48 hours, and then done. Love that. We love a bit of good news from Fabrizio or any journalist that's talking about Liverpool transfers. So that's one done. Now we need to move on and make sure we get another couple through the door. Christ, I thought it was 45 total bargains to GDem. Look, I've been honest all the way through this. I was early to tell you guys I heard it was less than 60. But I didn't know anything after that. So full credit to Fabrizio on this one. He has been leading the way, particularly around the prices. So whatever the final figure is, if it's lower than the 45 million pound mark, that's a bargain. That's top notch. Really, really is. Right, my friends, I want to talk about a different angle of the Alexis Mac Allister story. So we know that the fee is going to be less than the 45-50 million pound that has been doing the rounds. Fabrizio Romano's given us the here we go. We've spoken about the medical test, but I have to have a little moan about the Echo. Now, I have nothing personally against anybody that works for the Echo because I don't know them. I've never interacted with them. But I'm getting sick of them becoming nothing but a mouthpiece to blow smoke up FSG's backside. Now, let me tell you why I'm angry this time. I read the Echo earlier on today, as I do with many other outlets, as I tried to piece together the information regarding Liverpool's transfer targets. And the first line of a post really got me wound up. I'll read it out and see if you guys feel the same. So it says, Mac Allister update. Nothing wrong with that. Then it says, Certain supporters would have gone into meltdown if 12 months ago they were told Liverpool's main priority of the following summer transfer market was to sign Brighton midfielder. Now, I understand what they're trying to do there, but they're basically once again painting this picture that anybody who challenged or wanted to get the owners to do a bit more was ungrateful, was petulant, was just complaining. And they're painting a picture that FSG's master plan is coming to fruition. And it's no coincidence that they got access to John W. Henry a while ago, and over the last month or two, they've been very, very pro the owners. And I've noticed it in some of the posts. But here's the thing. I believe this piece was written by Ian Doyle. And Ian, you have every right, sir, to go at whatever angle you want. But let me try and fix this for you. So rather than say certain supporters would have gone into meltdown if 12 months ago they were told Liverpool's main priority of the summer transfer market was to sign a Brighton midfielder. Right, so that's what you've gone with, Ian. Let me fix that one for you, pal. Certain supporters would have preferred if John W. Henry and FSG, who the Echo seem to think are the messiahs, spotted the kid at Argentina's juniors before he went to Brighton and saved themselves a fortune. See what I've done there? I've actually showed the real side of FSG not being as clever as they are. Brighton were clever. Brighton went and got him. Brighton paid about 4 to 6 million quid for him. So they're not that clever, Ian. So rather than have a go at us supporters, how about actually doing a bit of journalism? How about actually saying, great that we're getting the player in, because we're all in agreement on that one. Nobody's complaining about the fact we're signing him. And I mean, nobody. But rather than just blow smoke up John's ass in case he comes and tickles those little nuts ears again, Ian, maybe try and be a bit fair and stop trying to lump people into one argument and say that we're all ungrateful. Because that's kind of where you were going with that one, Ian, let's be honest. So, again, you're welcome. Fixed it for you. It's what I'm here to do. So, yeah. I'm sick of it. You know me, folks. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these absolute fucking spoofers, these gobshites, trying to make it out like we're all ungrateful assholes, that we know nothing and FSG's master plan is coming to fruition. No, it isn't. They're not as clever as you think they are. I know, you want to be there and you want to have the trickle-down effect from old John, the FSGenomics, but ultimately, mate, I'm here to call your bullshit, because it is nonsense. You know it's nonsense, I know it's nonsense, and you also know the owners need to do a lot more. But you can't say it because, well, you might not get to the Christmas party then. But it's about time somebody starts fucking standing up. And standing up for supporters here. Standing up for Liverpool fans. Why are you starting to lump people into categories and go, certain supporters would have been unhappy? No. We are all very happy with the signing. And if they were that clever, they wouldn't have allowed him to go to Brighton. They wouldn't have allowed Virgil van Dijk to go from Celtic to Southampton. There's loads of these transfers that we've sat on it for a year or two and ended up paying 2, 3, 4, 5 times what we could have got the player for. So don't make out like they're the brightest, smartest guys in the room. They're not. They're cheapskates. End of conversation. That's the truth. And I'm fucking sick of them. Is there anybody with a backbone, anybody with a platform and a backbone to actually try for the best and actually try to hold people accountable and actually try to speak on behalf of the fans? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing people tickling John W. Henry's nuts over and over and over again in the hope that they get a little trickle-down effect and they get their access. You're supposed to be journalists. You're supposed to be fan outlets. Speak for the fans. Say what the fans are thinking. Don't hide behind your cowardice. Step up. Grow a pair. This time last year, we were led to believe we were getting Jude. Of course we were. I can't even count the amount of Bellingham and Mbappe articles I've read on the Echo over the past 2 years. And look, I'm as guilty as anybody for the Jude Bellingham stuff because I was excited about it. I knew that the player would have come to Liverpool. I knew that Liverpool were looking at him and it made me happy. But we all know why we didn't get him. Because the owners are cheap fucks. And that's the truth. And I will say it because I don't care about getting invited to the corporate Christmas parties. I don't care about the free Nike shirts. I don't care about getting access to the players. I care about what happens on the pitch. I want our owners and our manager and our fans and everybody to come together and pull in the same direction. But I'll tell you what I'm not going to do, which is I'm not going to believe the bait and switch all the time, every year, over and over again. How do you think McAllister's role will be played in the system? It's a very good question. I'm hoping that Alexis will be able to add us some more goals and assists from midfield, particularly assists. I think I've said this to you guys before, but the moment he took the penalty at Old Trafford at the end of the season told me a lot about what I wanted to see from Alexis McAllister. And look, people can miss penalties, it happens. But I really focused on how he carried himself in that moment. And he was very focused. He didn't let the delay get to him. And his penalty was outstanding. And that made me think, this lad has it. This lad has it mentally. And he's ready for the step. He's ready. Like, Brighton have done a great job with Alexis McAllister. And Alexis McAllister's done a great job for Brighton. But he's ready. And I've no doubts. None. Zero doubts about this lad making it at Liverpool. None. Not even a little bit. What do I think of the McAllister signing? Brilliant. Perfect. 100%. As I said, I've no doubts about it. It's one of the few signings where I can sit here confidently, look down the camera and tell you he's going to do it. He's going to be legit. He's going to be brilliant.